Hey guys, Kid here of Burn One, joined once again with Dean and Ellis. Finally, we're at the end of our Shadowverse Evolve set review of the Musume. And we got our first card here. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Takaki Kidani, CEO of Bushiroad. What? If all the followers watching this video right now like this video and subscribe, you'll bring Shadowverse to English? Okay, I'll let them know. Well, you guys heard it. I just got off the phone with Takaki Kidani, the CEO of Bushiroad, and he promises me that if you guys like and subscribe, that he's going to bring Shadowverse Evolve to English.
Confirmed, 100%, no lies there.
Yep. You guys heard it, right? All right. Back to the content that people are begging for. All right, so the first neutral craft card we have here is Kashimoto Riko, Tracing Academy. That's a new trait, right?
Oh no, it's not a Musume card.
Oh no.
Wait, it's not? But there's horse girls right there. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. My brain is dead after doing so many of these. Whatever, it's a 6/6 for 6. It has rush and strike. If there's no other allied follower, choose an enemy follower, destroy it, then deal 3 damage to its leader. I don't even know okay, first of all, you can't get this card off of the card that reveals 7 drops to add to hand. So it's already...
No.
But I think outside of horses, this card's good.
It's not bad.
It
so
deals with 2 cards potentially.
Well, what's cool about it is if you attack something and then choose for that card to disappear, this card just like... It remains tapped, but it doesn't take damage, right? And then it can deal 3 damage. Or if you just drop it and then like wait and then attack with it the next turn, you can because like strike works even if you hit face.
Yeah.
So if it lives through a turn, that's 9 damage. And it's able to pop cards. So it's like pop, it's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Kind of sucks that it's not Uma.
I didn't even realize that when I looked at the set originally. I didn't realize this card didn't have trait.
Yeah, not having trait kind of feels weird. When we start hitting like the 6 and 7 drop, I always feel like the card has to start doing some really impactful things on the board. Well, this sort of does in a way, because you get to immediately start like bullying your opponent, right? Yeah. So you can potentially like remove 2 things with this. So this card seems okay. I don't know how much more outside of okay it being though.
It's really good in Sword with Leonidas.
Is Leonidas Swordcraft followers? I don't know. I don't remember what the amulet
was. Is he Swordcraft?
I think the amulet might only buff. I'm not sure.
Oh, never mind.
But yeah. I think it's okay. This one's a little hard to evaluate though, like it said.
Yeah. Probably 3 barking dogs. Or 3 crying dogs, sorry.
God, I could imagine this being like a 4 out of 5 basically. Because you can just destroy an enemy follower immediately, right? And then this deals damage, so you immediately start putting pressure on your opponent. So I could see it being 4, but at the same time, it could potentially be not playable, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the card's playable in mono horses. That's the other problem.
It's probably not played with the 5 drop that needs 20 Musumes in the waiting room or graveyard or whatever. No. Yeah. I kind of like it. I like this card overall. It's probably okay at worst, right? I think if I saw this, and I probably wouldn't be too upset. Like that, I wouldn't actually question like why the hell are you playing this card. Okay. Also, the art's good. I like the art. So.
Do you know what you would question? What the hell you're doing playing the card though? Is the next card.
All right, we're moving on to the next card.
Assemblage of Feelings. This is a 10 mana spell. Oh my god. This is like one of the only 10 mana cards in the game. So you shuffle your deck because God forbid you set up your 10 mana FTK. Then you top check 6 and you can, from your top 6, put all of the Uma Musume followers and amulets anywhere you want on the field and put the rest in your hand. So this is an unknown amount of value because they won't let you set it up.
Imagine though you played.
You can't. It says shuffle. If it didn't have the shuffle part, it would be playable.
Imagine you play some kind of like Haven Abomination that is Haven Uma Musume,
This is your gold chip target. This is your gold chip target.
Oh, this is a great gold chip target. But imagine you add 2 of these to hand with Seraph and use it for free twice.
Please stop. Please.
Well, no, 'cause you can't. That's not legal.
It is if you're only playing Haven cards and neutral cards from Musume.
No.
Why?
I guess I don't know how these cards work.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, he's probably right. Well, I don't know. I guess I need to see deck list. Can you play the Uma Musume neutrals outside of Uma Musume? I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh, he's right. Yeah. This is
I mean,
this is some dank meme.
Dank meme out of 10. This is a 10 cause dank meme.
I like how they say, no, you can't set this up. It would be too strong.
Yeah.
This card gets 5 more gold chips.
I like that Rice Shower is holding is that like an iPad with what's that other girl that Special Week likes a lot?
Suzuka.
Yeah. It's almost like they're at her funeral and they have a picture of her dead.
Oh.
All right. They're like, guys, let's take a picture. It's on Suzuka's funeral. All right. Anyway, next card. Oh, this art is so. Why are these neutral card arts so good?
Okay.
So the next card is Did You Say Boost? Is a 2-drop amulet. It's an amulet, yeah? Amulet. It says at the start of your turn, roll a die. If it's a 1, deal 5 damage to your leader. If it's a 2 through 5, draw a card. If it's a 6, your leader gains 3 health and banish this amulet. Okay, so
something I would want to say is that the banish comes regardless after. This sits around for 1 turn. But yeah, continue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
You can't kill yourself.
When I originally read this card, I understood it as you only banish if you heal. Oh, this card's bad. It's a card draw a turn later.
Sometimes it's heal.
Wait a minute.
Sometimes you kill yourself.
Hold on. At the start. Wait. Let me reread that real quick.
It's at the start of your end phase, basically. The start of your end phase, you roll a die. If you roll 1, you deal 5 damage to yourself. If you roll anything else that's not a 1 or a 6, you draw a card. If you roll a 6, you heal 3, and this amulet gets sent to the fucking Shadow Realm, right?
It's also not Uma Musume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tracing Academy.
This card's really gambly. This card's probably really bad.
There's no probably. This card most definitely is quite literally unplayable and unsleevable. This is a gold.
There's some world where this card is playable, but that world is not.
I know the world it's playable. It's playable when you want to know your opponent. You play this card and go, damn, I forgot my dice at home. Do you have dice? And then you shuffle it in your bag for 5 minutes trying to find dice so you can do this.
Oh shit! I'm strat.
Oh no.
Card seems kind of wacky.
Yeah.
Probably not good. Yeah. All right, next card.
This one's you.
Kiryuin Aoi, Tracing Academy as ward. When an allied follower begin racing, give it +1/+1. Ooh, reason to have all that racing going on now. Fanfare, choose a face-up carrot from your evolve deck, flip it face down, draw a card. Also, this resets your evolve deck also, and it's a 1/3 for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something tells me the name is not Kiryuin Aoi. That there's a lot of
holy
names.
Crap! Wait, there is. I just noticed.
There is. That's a lot of name, actually.
Is it like a title? Is the parenthesis part a title?
Oh, there's no telling. I wouldn't want to translate that either.
I can't even see what exactly it says because it's tiny on my screen, and I don't want to change the size because it's gonna mess up the recording.
It makes sense. So how do you feel?
This is, I guess. But the problem is Tracing Academy, because I assume these are instructors and not the horse girls, right? So it's unsearchable or anything like that. Doesn't I almost feel like the whole reason you play the horse girl deck is just for that. Was it the 5-drop that was like really wacky? Or
there's a lot of reasons to play it, but the 5 mana card is just a funny card. I think you mostly play it for like all the synergies of the Uma Musume, right? Like there's like cantrip.
Yeah.
Google,
But I mean, this is like,
store.
this causes, like, even though I think the effect might be decent, the fact that it's not traded properly is like a neg really bad for this set. But it's, yeah.
I love the effect on this card. I agree with it being untraded really hurts the ability of this card. I think the card is probably better if you're mixing Horse Girls with another, like if you're mixing Horse Girls with their actual faction, because it lets you recycle your carrots, and draw cards. But even then,
you have to have already erased in order to draw.
Right. So you have to be playing enough.
Maybe.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Its first effect too is kind of weird because they should have done it kind of like, if your character, if it's racing or whatever, then it gets +1/+1. But its word is when an ally follower begins racing. Wait.
Right. Yeah. If it were if an allied follower is racing, it gets +1/+1. This card would have been much better.
Oh wait, it actually might be worded like that in Japanese.
No,
does it say Toki there? Oh, never mind. No, it says when the time of it happening. Okay, never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like this card has potential, I think. And I tested this card when we put stuff into sleeves. I think this card has ability, but the card is not good because of the trait problem. I think the trait's what brings it down.
I think the trade does bring it down, but I still think it's okay.
It seems like it's okay. It might have. Yeah. It might be a little bit less than okay, just because like even if it's off trait, but the +1/+1 part kind of sucks because it can't just be like what are they called in Magic, or even in this is like a general, basically, that just a global generic 1/1.
Oh, like a Lord.
Yeah, Lord. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, what's nice about this too, the fanfare, is like it can let you like play a lower number of carrots and reset the carrots, right? So maybe you only have to take up 2 spots in your deck instead of like 5, right? In your evolve deck, which is nice. But yeah.
But it also draws. Draws like not bad.
Yeah, the draws that's good there too.
All right, next card.
Okay, we have Sasami Anshin Zawa. It's a 2-mana 2/2. Tracing Academy, once again the trade problem, and then has come and play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an odd cost, you deal 2 damage to all enemy leaders, and if it's an even cost, you take 2 damage.
I see a trait going on with this nurse girl or whatever.
Yeah. Wow.
The card's good with the card that lets you set your top 3 guards.
No, it's called aggro. This is cheap burn sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. If you like random effects, I guess you could kill yourself. But
if that she can't begin racing hurts.
Also,
if she has speed, she'd be better.
No.
Also, I like it sucks too that like this card doesn't like even though you reveal, you don't get to draw it or whatever. Because it would be very similar to what's the magic card where you reveal and hurt yourself for X amount of power it has or whatever, or cost.
Soul Dealer.
Magic, Dark Confidant.
Yeah, if this was a Dark Confidant, that'd be pretty sick, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just worse.
If it were a Dark Confidant, this card would be busted.
Yeah, it'd be easily playable. It would yeah. But yeah, this card sucks though. Next card.
So this is Hayakawa?
Yeah.
Tezuda?
Close enough.
Yeah. This is a 3/5 for 4. Again, Tracing Academy. It has Ward. It has Fanfare. Choose an allied Uma Musume follower and give it +1/+2. So, I think this card would be playable if it wasn't locked to choose an allied Uma Musume follower.
While also being off trait.
While also being off trait, right? Like this card could be playable in non-Uma Musume decks if it wasn't locked to Uma Musume follower. It's a 4-drop 3/5 with Ward. It's pretty vanilla.
I think this card's okay, maybe a little better okay, only because its toughness is 5 and not 4. or not even 3 or whatever. And then the fact that you get the power pump also seems okay. Wasn't there another really shitty like 5-drop ward we saw earlier that had like less health than this?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
And it did less than this. Maybe it was it 5/5? I don't remember. But either way, card seems okay-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not super hot.
Yeah, I think in this case, not being Musume trait isn't going to be the end of the world, but it's every time it's not that trait, it gets harder to like, what is it called, like search for it or whatever, right? Because a lot of all those horse girls cards just like look for that trait or like pull cards from the deck from that trait, right?
Yeah.
All right, next card.
So believe it or not, this next card is just the carrot. You feed this to the horses. This is how you race. This is not an actual card in your deck. However, the next card is actually a real card.
Next card.
Real quick.
What?
Do the horses in the show actually eat carrots like this?
Yes.
I think I remember training. They had like the thing where they had like the
thing tied to on their back where it's a fishing pole in front
of
their face.
Yeah, they definitely trained.
I feel like that was a thing too, but I just like, wait a minute.
The show was pretty funny. But the next card is Hayakawa Tazuna.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6 mana 3/5. That on play, you choose an Musume follower amulet that costs 4 or less from your graveyard and put it into your hand. And
no, this is into the field.
Into the field. Into the field. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah, into hand, I was about to say that sounds unplayable. However, this sounds okay.
Yeah, you get 10 mana worth of stuff for 6. Seems all right.
So to reiterate earlier, though, we did learn that Fanfare works from Grave.
True.
So it's something to consider.
Yeah, this card seems worthy of its legendary status. I think this card's pretty good.
It's a legendary?
Yeah, I mean, what's a neutral legendary?
I forgot those.
And it pulls out any Musume card that costs 4 or less, which is pretty good. What were the big targets you think so far, Kit?
Oh, I haven't even been thinking about what like paying attention to their cost enough outside of what it costs him for.
And Daiwa's like the big card from the set.
Yeah, if Daiwa costs 4, it's probably one of the best targets, right?
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, because it also still triggers her Fanfare. You could also grab the Special Week in Dragon.
Oh, that's only a 2-drop. That's not good.
But she draws a card.
Oh, well, what if you summon Gold City that says on play recover 3 play points?
Oh, yeah.
And it gains Storm if there's 8 cards on the board. So then this becomes a 3 mana card.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So what do you feel about
3
that?
3 mana card on turn 5, though.
6.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't read. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So there's some pretty good targets.
Yeah, it seems like it can do some stuff. It's very hard for me to like even like evaluate it, but it seems like it has a lot of potential, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. All right, next card. Kashimoto Riko. Another, once again, Tristan Academy. Activate this card. Choose one of your Musume followers. Give it +1/+0. If that follower has began racing, give it +2/+0 instead. I don't know if I like this. No, this is pretty. Yeah,
it's way too slow.
Yep, card sucks. Good job, guys. We did it. Next card.
All right. So it's Hiro and is it Aoi?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Aoi. Yep. Blue.
It's a 2/3 for 2. It has activate this card. Choose an allied Musume follower. Give it +0/+1. If that follower has began racing, give it +0/+2 instead.
The opposite of the last card.
It is the opposite of the last
which
card.
is even worse.
This one doesn't kill your opponent.
Because it lets them stay around longer, but even then, it's still not good.
The other card was good with Cards of Storm, which actually end the game.
Yeah. Exactly, cards like this. Cards like this. Go ahead. Okay, cards like this would be really good if it could do it on opponent's turn in response to stuff. So it makes your characters or your horses harder to remove with like just damage spells. But the fact that you can't use these activate effects like as interrupts means this sucks. Right?
I've tried using activated effects like this as interrupts kit, and the card just dies before you can use it. So,
I will say it is a permanent +1/+2. Oh, isn't it?
Yeah, but
it's permanent.
You just attack with the card.
I mean, yeah.
I think that's the big problem is they don't do more than their own stat lines.
I think the toughest one is better than the power one though, because the toughest one combined with things like board can make them stick around longer, and that matters.
The other one makes your opponent stick around less. Like,
okay, yes, but it's almost apples and oranges at this point. We've got a 2-drop versus a 6-drop too.
I don't know. It is what it is. I think that both of these were bad, and I think the kid agrees.
I agree. I think they're both bad.
All right.
Are we doing a quick scroll through of all the cute leaders?
Yeah, let's look at these. I want to see these cute leaders. We got Yukino Bijin, Narita Taishin. Oh, this is cute art for the sword leader. Oh, Kawakami Princess. This is cute too for the Runecraft leader.
Yeah, like the dragon.
Yaino Muteki. Yeah, the coloring on this is really nice. Holy crap.
Oh, have you seen them in real life? They look really good.
Dang. Grass Wander for dragon is pretty boring. Oh my god, Twin Turbo. It looks ridiculous for Spooky Craft.
Girl in the background.
Yeah, she's like, why am I here? Me every time we're on these videos. Anyway, Manhattan Cafe. This is a spooky girl for Spooky Craft. Mijiro Palmer.
We only got one Haven.
That's it. We're done.
Dang, we didn't even get a Daiwa or not McQueen.
No. Nope. We should have gotten a McQueen.
Yeah, it's really weird. The ones that they chose as leaders are not like ones that are in the game.
Are they the main characters of season 2?
No. McQueen's, it's like these are like random gotcha characters or something.
Twin Turbo is definitely one of like important characters in season 2, though.
I never got that far.
All right.
No, this set review was fun. You know, everybody should definitely like it. Maybe we'll do the next set, maybe not.
Yeah, like
depends on how many people come out and what kind of community response we see.
Right. Yeah, the biggest thing is if we get viewers like either responding and like the number is high, we'll keep doing it because we know people want this. But as much fun as this is for us, like if we get like 10 views a video, we're not going to do this every single time, right? Because then we're going to just stick to playing the game and having fun by ourselves instead.
Yeah, and also, oh my god, I want to say this was funny. I reached out to Kit when we were thinking about doing this. I'm like, let's take like an hour to read all the cards.
Yeah, every video has been like 30 minutes long, dude. I knew this was gonna happen.
The review was so much longer than like because we're used to doing like wise for like you see a card and it's like
always unplayable. You hit the uncommon section and then we could rapid fire those because there's like one good uncommon that's like a meta card in Weiss that every deck wants, and then maybe there's one or two like okay uncommons, and then all the commons are like vanilla garbage until there's like maybe one common that Bushiroad printed by mistake and there should have been a double rare, and then next set that same effect becomes a double R. That's about it. So
also it's like the even the good cards in Weiss, right? It's like their brainstorm and that's it. And it's like, okay, well, you don't have to spend a lot of time on those.
Yeah.
Well, we've had to talk about a lot of stuff, and then we've had to go back and like look at things from like the first set reviews. It's like, yeah, definitely was a different experience.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot more to think about in reading every card in this game.
And we also have to take into consideration how these cards interact with cards from other sets.
That is something that you don't have to normally do in Weiss.
Yeah, and how they interact with cards in their own set as a standalone 8 hidden craft.
Yeah, but Kit, you got any last words, any shout outs?
No, other than thanks for joining us, everyone, and thanks Dean and Ellis for putting me through this mess. It's been a lot of fun. Please let this game come to English so I can like invest more time and money into it because unironically this game is so much fun. It's just it's hard to have a scene when the cards are only in Japanese. So
yeah, they're definitely working on it, I'm pretty sure, but we're just ahead of the curve. We're paying attention much earlier than most.
So we can complain about the meta now, and then when the same meta comes to us next year, we can be complaining about this meta that we were complaining about before. Sounds good.
Or we could be giving people the answers to play against it because we know.
True. I hope it. I hope if they do release this in English, that they release it really quick so we catch up to the Japanese releases. Because one thing I don't like in Weiss is that we essentially get a preview of what the English meta potentially is going to be a year before it happens.
But then they take out half of the off meta sets, and then you just like have only the big dogs.
Yeah, or like they take away like the one like rogue deck that stops the top decks from like being super oppressive, and instead of just being like normally oppressive. So then when it comes to English, you're just like, cool, the set that actually has like 2 decks that answer it in JP doesn't exist in English at all.
However, Kit, that sounds like podcast content. I think maybe
we'll talk. We'll talk about that stuff later whenever we do our podcast. But yep, I just want this game in English. That's all I asked for.
I just want to point out we've confirmed that Kit does nothing when he dies. He has no last words.
True, I don't.
What card was that?
No, Kit doesn't have last words.
All right. We'll just leave it at that. We'll see you guys later, everyone.